Another thing that you can do is you can actually buy a second home at 10% as a second property. I think Andres is doing that, if I'm not mistaken. This is a really cool strategy as well. I don't
Oh,
know, but I don't think he's in the call right now. We'll talk about that in another time. Or I think Gurav is doing that actually.
what's up?
Gurav, can you talk about that?
Yep. So the property which I'm buying, so I'm house hacking currently my primary house, and the second house which I'm buying in Austin is going to be a secondary house. So because I work at Tesla in Reno, and there's a new plant opening in Austin, so the lender says that okay, there is a future possibility that I could potentially move to Austin. So that's why I can buy it as a secondary home uh, with just like 10% down. But also make sure when you put 10% down, if it's less than 20%, you will have a PMI associated to your mortgage.
Yep. So Gurav works at Tesla in Reno, and
Yes.
he's got Tesla's moving to Austin. So now he's going to buy a house in Austin, like a second home at 10% down. So take advantage of those things, guys. If you have questions about that, reach out to Gurav. I'm sure he'd love to tell you.
Yeah, the other strategy, guys, for any of you guys that want to do in the future Airbnb, you can definitely, like in the place that you like to go on vacation, you can have multiple second homes. So you can have you can house hack in your city, but then if you like to go to the Smoky Mountains, you can have a second home there, get a small cabin. If you like to party it up in Miami, get a little condo there, Airbnb it, and treat it as a second home. You technically have to go there 14 days out of the year. But because it's an Airbnb, you can just have fun whenever you're there and have it be making you income. So definitely keep that in mind. I have a friend that has done that in 4 different cities while she lives in Austin. So yeah,
Yes, you
so
can.
basically the question is, so when you're doing that, if you can just have a 11-month lease, you will be okay.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. For people that want to do the second home and keep it as a rental, sort of like you're buying it with the intent of having it as a second home, but you have to live there for at least 14 out of the last out of the year. If you just keep it vacant for a month with utilities in your name, with all of this other stuff, you can get around it if somebody reaches out and be like, hey, why do you have this as a rental? We found out about this, we found out about that. That happened to a buddy of mine, and we were able to show that that he was there technically 14 out of the last year, 14 days.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
So I don't know where I heard this, but supposedly you cannot buy multifamily as a second home. Is that true, or is that just based on? Okay.
Yeah, you can't from that perspective.
Okay, you can't. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There was a topic here, iPhone. I don't know who you are, but iPhone says that he was able to buy a home for his mom. What down payment did you use? Because you could buy it for a family member. I don't know if iPhone is still here, but I want to know, because that's definitely an interesting.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Who is that?
I'm Carisha Small. Down in Destin. Hey, how are you? Yes. My second home, I tell them I would like to buy for my mom, and they lent me 10% down, and I bought it for my mom, but she went back to Jamaica, so it's a rental now. So,
yep, cool.
So that's how we get the second one.
Okay, so, good to know.
Yep.
So is that in the same city as your primary one?
Yes, it is. It's like 5 minutes away.
Awesome.
So.
And do they ask for any specific, like, does your mom have to live there and stuff, or?
No, because after I purchased it, I called the lender like a month after, and I'm like, I'm gonna rent it out. Is that okay? And they're like, yes, that's fine.
Awesome.
Oh wow, that's easy.
Yeah, lenders don't really check on you after they close
Yeah.
on your loan. So
Yeah,
I mean,
so I
it's
call her and she said, "Oh, it's okay. Okay,
Yeah.
all right." So
And how do
Yeah.
we pursue this? Like, if we have already a home, just go to the same lender, or just like, how does this process work?
Actually, that was a different lender because I bought one in 2015, my primary, and then this was in 2018. I went to a different lender and same realtor, and she hooked me up with a different lender, and I went to them. I tell them what I was gonna do, buying one for my mom, and they said okay. So we go ahead with the process, and it went through, and we did that in 2019. We bought an investment property. We did have to put 20% down on that one. So in 2020, yeah, we did buy another primary resident. So we put those 3 in rental, and we, live in that one right now. So
Good for
trying to
you.
get an ELOC right now.
Mhm.
So that's why I was asking about the ELOC. But I just moved from that house like 4 months ago with the equity. I have over like 120 equity in there. So that's why I was asking about the ELOC.
Yeah. Cool,
So,
cool.
general question: Are the interest rates for secondary homes higher than owner occupant?
Just by a little bit.
Just, yeah, a couple percentages.
Yes, it was more because I think that one was like 5.55%.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 5%. But when I'm buying, I never really look at the interest rate because, a house hack. So I just need info house hack. So I don't even look at the interest rate. As long as they approve me, I go with it. Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, as far as interest rates goes too, guys, whenever you're buying a duplex, even if it's like as an investment property, the lenders might require 20% down, and I believe that it's just a little bit higher interest rate too. Not always, but again, talk to your lender. They're gonna have all of the exact questions in relating to all of this.